Hi-ho, Tudor-minded people. It's Philadelphia Carrie for Tudor Time Machine. Today I wish to speak to you of miserable maladies of the body, in particular sores. They are so foul, and yet they fascinate. Lady Russell, Countess of Bedford, came to court, and she could talk of nothing but the ghoulish maladies of Henry VIII that her grandfather witnessed. King Henry was a fine young fellow, a man of beautiful calf and lovely face, but as he aged, 'twas not so. He had the terrible fortune that his horse fell upon him while hunting. Afterwards, his once beautiful legs were beautiful no more. Open pustules did appear sometimes on the thigh and sometimes below the knee. The Countess described them as seeping and purulent to the gleeful disgust of all the ladies. And though he was king, when the pustule did close, King Henry's physician, Thomas Linacre, would lance them open with a red-hot poker. 'Tis true, by all accounts, green ooze would issue from the sore. Oh, my stomach does turn to speak of it. It was a type of torture for the king. It is recorded that before his marriage to Catherine Parr, the rotting flesh of the sore stank so that it preceded his arrival wherever he went. Courtiers did gossip of it, and indeed the Marquis of Exeter and Lord Montague were beheaded after witnesses at the Lord's trial for treasonous talk testified that the two bantered, "He will die suddenly, his leg will kill him, and then we shall have jolly stirring." These words ended their lives, as they should. You cannot speak so of a king. In the last year of his reign, he still loved the hunt, and between periods of royal misery, he still travelled to his southern estates to chase game. But his legs became so swollen that year, 1546 'twas, he finally could not do as he loved any longer, and could only be carried about the palace in a chair. He became feverish, and his wounds inflamed, and in 1547 the reign of the king did end. What sadness an oozing sore does bring to this life!
Miserable maladies of the Tudors. How now, Tudorphiles? What think you? If you're new here, I'm Gage.
I'm Jessica.
And we're here with Philadelphia Carrie and her story of Henry VIII's oozing wounds.
Miserable maladies they are. And listen to Tudor Time Machine's story project. It is a history of the Elizabethan court that reveals more about my Elizabeth than I think is right for common people to know. Indeed, it is shocking. Listen and subscribe on YouTube, Podbean, or Spotify while you are gadding about, and give me a like.
Tudorphiles are an amazing bunch, and thank you for joining us. Today we are talking about how they dealt with sores in Tudor times.
I don't know if common people should talk about the health of kings and queens. Philadelphia, today it's very rare for someone to have open sores of their legs for 11 years, the way Henry VIII did. 11 years? It cannot be. The Countess said nothing of that.
Oh, but it's true, and we're still interested in what happened to your cruel King Henry. Jessica and I, we read an article about it in the Journal of the Royal Society of Medicine.
'Tis most remarkable that you pod ladies can read.
Okay, Philadelphia. The wound on his leg opened in 1536, and it was there until his death in 1547.
He was out of humour. Too much bile. Oh, 'tis a sadness. Philadelphia, that was not the cause. It's not clear exactly what the cause was. Maybe he broke his leg inside the skin when the horse fell on him.
Maybe he had a blood clot in his legs and it was blocking the veins.
Maybe he had diabetes.
But the result was that he could not get rid of the infection. And at times, the skin would close over these wounds and the infection would spread under the skin.
And the physician would lance it open and let it drain. Yuck. Yet there is satisfaction in the lancing of a pustule.
That kind of long-term infection is a bit like a war in the body, so you should lance it. The immune system is trying to overtake the infection, but often it's the infection that wins.
We still lance things, but now we have antibiotics. They're a kind of reinforcement to help your body win the battle. If only the king had had such reinforcements. Are they tiny soldiers?
No, they're chemicals.
Oh, this is before germ theory. Shh.
Oh, right, of course. All I can say is I do not want to have a miserable malady.
I do dislike to be out of humour, for as Shakespeare does write, there was never yet philosopher that could endure the toothache patiently. Give heed, Tudorphiles, enjoy good health. Listen in next time, don't miss a malady. Subscribe on YouTube and give me a like.